Howdy y'all, I want to give a little shout out and a contest entry for the Theurbanprepper. He's looking for a new EDC blade. And as many of you know, I carried the Skeletal Leatherman for years, the CX model with the 154 CM. Fantastic. Pliers just weren't up to my task being out here, so I went to just a basic model, buck. There's tons of people that have sworn by these, and this is a Buck Vantage Select, I believe. There is a little brother to this version, but I mean, I've been thrilled with it. It really holds a good edge. If I could zoom in, you can see the tip is still in perfect shape, and in fact I was chipping at some quickcrete with it. And with that, he's looking for a knife under $100. Now, I certainly, although I am looking at a Benchmade down the road, I certainly don't believe that your EDC blade should be some sort of high polished collector issue. Your EDC blade is just a workhorse, and in fact I usually don't, but I did clean this up for the video. It had a bunch of tape stuff on it, and sausage from dinner and all sorts of stuff. These are your knives that you go to. This is the first blade you reach to open boxes, to cut things, rope, you name it. So with that, I just I urge you to keep it well under $100. But the buck's been great. It's got great bushings. I like the flipper design on the back. It does have a little thumb stud here, but maybe the Kershaws. I just think the flipper designs have always been one of my favorites, and I missed it after I had a Leatherman knife, not a multi-tool, but a knife that had a flipper design. In fact, it came with my Surge. One of the issues he's having in the Seattle area is he's worried about legality. And what I want to tell you is, let me do this here. Now this obviously has a recessed hole, but look for a knife with a big thumb stud if you're worried about that and you want a little bit bigger blade. Talk to any Seattle SPD, and most of the guys, especially if you know what you're talking about, will measure it as a plunge cut. Basically a thrust cut, saying how deep you can put the knife into somebody for self-defense reasons. That's where the limit comes. And so if you have a big thumb stud here, actually I thought I had one. I threw away a bunch of my old cheap knives. But if you had a bigger thumb stud right there, a plunge cut would stop at the thumb stud and you would measure from there. I know you're worried about legality, but that's my 2 cents. As far as knives, Seattle is not a very good place to get knives. Other than ordering online. That's why Nut and Fancy and all the videos online become so popular, because you get to view people fondling the knife, talking about how the pocket clip holds, which this one is terrific, by the way. You're stuck with the Excaliburs at the mall, that kind of places. They're inflated prices, and if you maybe get the handle one, then you can find a better deal online. My advice to you: go down to First Avenue in Belltown. There is an Army-Navy surplus store there. Not the surplus store near Home Depot down in the stadium, but the one in Belltown. Fantastic guys. They have almost an entire wall dedicated to knife cases, and they have a terrific selection. They're very knowledgeable. They're very up-to-date with the knife law limits. They even have I believe a ruler taped to their thing, so you can kind of measure, because they sell all sorts, but if you want to carry daily. With that, I've never really had an issue, never run into SPD that worried about what size my knife was. I know that was one of your requirements, though. But very knowledgeable guys down there, and they don't know me by name, but they know me by face. I'm kind of a big guy and hard to miss, and I always enjoyed going down there. Park on the side near Lenora, on the side of Patagonia, and I've always been able to find parking down there. So that's my advice, and good luck to everyone on the contest. And by the way, check out his channel. Many of you guys follow my channel for bug out stuff, and he's doing a very detailed, methodical sort of bug out review of him setting up a bug out bag for himself. He even has a baby bug out bag, and he's got some good stuff going. So there's my entry, and hope you like it.